Fantastic. Thank you very much for the explanation, Ayuba. All right,
Yeah.
great. And then for me, hi everyone, my name is Lanray. A lot of people here know me already, but I'm a second year avionics student studying avionics. As I said, I'm about to graduate very soon. I'm also the present ISA coordinator for this year, and I am from Nigeria, Lagos to be specific. That's the Yoruba speaking part of Nigeria. Now, as you can see at the top here, you see something that says Ekabo. That is the Yoruba way of saying welcome in Nigeria. Ekabo means welcome. Now, two truths and a lie. So the first option is Nigeria once made a special banknote just to celebrate jollof rice. Option two, a town in Nigeria holds the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking marathon, over 90 hours nonstop. Option three, there's a floating slum in Lagos where people live in houses built on stilts over water. What do you guys think, or what do you think the lie is? I'm gonna check the chat right now. I can't really see the chat very well, but let me see. All right. I'm seeing B. I'm seeing C. I'm seeing B. I'm seeing C. I'm seeing B. Okay. I mean, a lot of people are going for B. That's really interesting. I feel like someone has to guess A. Yes, that's an option. That is an option. All right, great. So I'm gonna tell you the lie. The lie is actually A. There was never any special banknote to celebrate jollof rice. Yes, Nigerians, we love our jollof rice very much. It's an iconic dish, but we have never printed a special banknote to celebrate it. And I understand why a lot of people went for A, because if we go back here, the town in Nigeria holding the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking marathon is actually Lagos. This happened, the person who has that marathon, her name is Hilda Bassi. She did that for 90 hours nonstop. And there's actually a floating slum in Lagos where people live in houses built on stilts. It's called Makoko. It's in Lagos and it's like a fishing village. So, yes, welcome. Great. Now, I wanted to just show everybody Africa on the map just because Nigeria and Ghana, we share similarities as well as differences. And we're also neighbors in West Africa. So I wanted to show everybody this is Africa on the map and just a little bit about Africa. So Africa is the second largest continent in the world, located primarily in the Eastern Hemisphere. It is surrounded by water on three sides: the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Indian Ocean to the east, and the Mediterranean Sea to the north. Africa is connected to Asia by the Isthmus of Suez in Egypt. The continent consists of 54 recognized countries, each with diverse cultures, which is really true. We have a lot of diversity in Africa, as well as similarities. Landscapes and ecosystems. Africa is home to vast deserts like the Sahara, lush rainforest, and the longest river in the world, which is the Nile River. It is also known for its rich history, from ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Mali, and Carthage to modern, vibrant nations such as Ghana and Nigeria. Ayuba, do you want to add anything on this before I move to the next slide?
Y- Yeah, as Lani said, he said we are neighbors, and the funny thing is we are not directly neighbors with Nigerians. We have we have a French country in between
Yes.
us, but because we are the closest English speaking country, that's why the we and Nigerians are like siblings. Like how you see how you are in the house with your sibling, you fight but you love each other. That's how Ghana and Nigeria is. Yeah, that is it. That's what it is. And as let me tell you something, Lani. Do you know I'm like Nigerian, like in my genes, I have like 30% Ghanaian in me, but I'm a Ghanaian by birth. But when we are going with ethnicity, I'm a Nigerian, like fully
Oh, that's
blooded
nice.
Nigerian that people don't know. But for some reason, we were raised Ghanaians. We were told not to say we are Nigerians. So yeah,
Mm.
no shade, nothing, but it's something that goes on. So we have French speaking countries in us. We have Burkina Faso among us, but in Ghana, we can relate to Burkina Faso because they speak French. They were colonized by the French. But since Nigeria is the closest to the English speaking country, that is why we are like neighbors with Nigerian. But when you check the map, we are not closer to them.
Yes, yes. Ayuba, you're absolutely right. We don't share a border, but as you said, we are very, very close because we share a lot of similarities in culture, food, attire, language. So yes, you're absolutely right. Great. So the next slide. So Ayuba, Ghana's location and continent.
Yeah, so as we already know, Ghana is located in Africa, like West Africa, and we have the latitude and longitude. So we are we share a border with the north side with the Burkina Faso. So most of the people in the northern side of the Ghana map, they do speak same languages with the Burkina Faso. Though their main language is French, they have a local language. So when you go to the northern parts of Ghana, you get people, some tribes who are from Burkina Faso, and they speak their language, and they do trade. Especially, we get our onions from Burkina Faso, and we also share a border with Togo, and we share that border at the Volta side of Ghana. And so most of the people in Volta region, we even have one of our presidents, he's late now, Jerry John Rawlings. He is a Voltarian, but it is said that like there is this argument that he is not a Ghanaian Voltarian, but rather a Togolese Voltarian. Because we are closer to them at that end, the people they speak the same language with them. Like they have like three different languages that they speak there. It's just like they speak Aounga, they speak French, and they have the Voltarian language that they speak. So when it's easier for them to trade in Togo. So most of them go to Togo, get their goods, and come and sell it in Ghana. And at the west, we are with Cote d'Ivoire, our very own Cote d'Ivoire, where Nigerians try to push them away to come be our neighbors. And we are also at the south, we are the Gulf of Guinea, Atlantic Ocean. So Ghana has 60 regions, what we call here in Canada as provinces. We call it regions because we are not that big of a country. Our population is a little over 33 million. And we have Ashanti region, which the capital is Kumasi. We have the Bono, we have the Buni East. Initially, it was 10, but because of the greater constituency and population, they divided it to 16. So we have Buni East, we have Central region, we have the Eastern region, we have the Greater Accra region, which is the capital town or capital city of Ghana. That is where you find that's where you find the beauty of Ghana. When you want to view Ghana in a foreign aspect, you go to the Greater Accra. But when you want to view Ghana in a well traditional aspect, you go to the northern region because they still have their historical places there. They have the Savannah, which is now in the northern region. They have the Oti, we have the Upper East, Upper West, Volta, Western, and Western North.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Ayuba. And then now for Nigeria, Nigeria is located in West Africa. We border Niger. On the east, we border Chad and Cameroon. On the west, we border Benin. On the south, we border the Gulf of Guinea. Now, Nigeria, if you look at the map here, we have multiple states. We are a country of 36 states and capitals, and it is divided into different hemispheres. So we have, if you look on the right here, this is the northeast region. We have the north central region. We have the southeast region. We have the south region. We have the southwest region. Now, I come from the southwest region, which is the Yoruba speaking part of Nigeria. The eastern part is the Igbo speaking part. And then the northern part is the Hausa speaking part. But Nigeria is not just made up of three major tribes. We actually have up to 200 multiple diverse tribes. So each of these tribes are being spread out across the whole of Nigeria. So apart from the eastern part, apart from the western part, apart from the southern part, we have the southwest, we have the southeast, we have the northwest. Different tribes live in this part of Nigeria. Another thing about Nigeria is it is the most populous country in Africa, and it's a major economic hub. Nigeria is part of ECOWAS, and it also supports regional trade and cooperation. The capital of Nigeria is Abuja, but the the busiest part of Nigeria is Lagos, which is where I'm from. Anything concerning entertainment, business, hustle and bustle, you can find that in Lagos. Lagos is a very beautiful city. We have water around our borders. We have beautiful structures. We have wonderful entertainment, music, and so many other things, which I will get to as we proceed on in the slides. Great. Now,
So
Ayuba.
in Ghana we have Edinkra symbol. When I was doing the two truth and a lie, I did mention Ashanti Tree not being the only language in Ghana because a whole lot of people do confuse it with that. It being that the Greater Accra, in as much as it's the capital town, the capital of Ghana, it has a very small landmark. The Ashanti region during the colonial era, the Ashantis were able to get a huge part of land, and most of when you read the history of the colonialism, Ashantis like lead, or let me say, they have so many stories to share. So during those era, Ashantis use symbol to communicate. They design symbol. These symbols can be seen in some of our clothes that we wear. These symbols can be seen in most of the offices. They use some of the symbols to make anklets. And if you have the flag of the African flag, the African Nova Scotian flag on your campus, there is a symbol inside that one. It's a Ghanaian symbol. It's a Sankofa, meaning going back to your history or going back to your roots. We mostly say that when we say Sankofa, it means going back. So it's saying that whenever you go back to pick something and come to the future, it's not wrong. It's like taking your memory back, think about the past and apply whatever you had in the past or the experience you had in the past and bring it to the future. So that's one of the symbol. And we have some of the symbols here. So if you can read, we have the Musumuye die. That means which moves which moves removes ill luck. That means when you have um we we know Africans are known for knowing witchcraft and bad luck. So when we say musuo, it means bad luck. So this symbol is stating like someone who has luck, and we have like I don't want to delay us, but I will just mention a few. We have like this Jinyami symbol. Lani, can you go to the second one, like the second symbol?
Uh,
Top the second
do
one,
you want
yeah.
me to point at this one?
Yeah, point that no, the one on the right. The
Oh,
second one on
this?
the right. Yeah, Junior May is one of the popular ones. If you see someone wearing a cloth with that one, that means no matter what happens, except God is showing the supremacy of God. And we have Mewaro, like so all these symbols, when you visit any place in Ghana, no matter being an office of the president, anywhere, you will find these symbols. We have so many, we call them the Edinkra symbols. They used it to communicate during the olden days, and we have so many cloth with that one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayuba. I also learned a couple of things right now as you explained that. I didn't know this much about it. All right, and then key facts about Ghana.
Yeah, the key facts about Ghana, we gained our independence in 6 March 1957, and the one who led us to gain our independence is Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He's late. And the capital town of Ghana is Accra. And I already mentioned our population. We are over 33 million. We are small compared to Nigeria. And our landmark is 227,533 square, which we have water area covering 11,000 square kilometers, and we have around 80 languages that are spoken in Ghana. And out of the 80, I'm so ashamed to tell you that I can speak only two. I'm so ashamed though, although I've stayed in like 5 or 6 regions among them. I'm so like it's something that hurts me the most. And we are known for our culture. Ghanaians do not joke with their culture. No matter where they go, they exhibit their culture. And we don't have a state. We don't say Ghana is a Christian state or a Muslim state. We have a diverse religion and we coexist. We don't fight when it comes to religion. No, we don't fight in Ghana when it comes to religion. Some people do fight. I understand they just want to show supremacy. But in Ghana, to avoid any issues, we never even declare the state to be a Christian state or a
Mm-hmm.
Muslim state or a traditionalist state. Whenever we
Yeah.
are having a state of the nation, a Christian pastor will come and pray. The national chief imam will come and pray in Islam, and the traditionalists will also pour wine. So that's how we have three. Whenever we have occasions, all the three tradition leaders of religions do come. I will take myself as an example. I come from a two religious home. My mother's side, they are Christians, and like they are still Christians. My father's side are Muslims, and I was raised by Christians. So you can see how like we live. We don't care. And our economy, we are proud to say, is booming. In case you want to go to a place for vacation, you can visit Ghana. They have the best economy. Yeah. Lani, you can go on.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. And when we go to Nigeria now, we'll see that there's a lot of similarities between Ghana and Nigeria in terms of, for example, for Nigeria, we gained our independence from Britain on 1st of October 1960 through Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. The capital of Nigeria, as I said earlier, is Abuja. Nigeria is the most populous African country with 220 million people living in Nigeria. So it's a really, 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 really populated country. You meet people everywhere, and they're very welcoming people as well. Nigeria covers a total of 923,768 kilometers, sorry. Nigeria has over 500 languages, with English as the official language. So, as I said earlier, we have three major tribes, but we have over 270 recorded tribes in Nigeria. So each of these tribes have their own languages, and some of them even have two. So as you can see, we have 500 languages, and our unofficial language is Pidgin English, which is kind of like a broken version of English. There are some similarities with English, but it's not completely grammatically correct English. In terms of diversity, Nigeria is highly diverse. We have over 250 ethnic groups, including Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, and Igbo as the largest. Religion, just like with Ghana, we are not we don't have a specific religion in Nigeria. We accommodate various types of religion. We have Islam, we have Christianity, we have traditional, we have African religions in Nigeria. And just as Ayuba said as well, when we have major events or major celebrations, we usually have multiple people from each of this religion come and talk. So, for example, if we have a big celebration, we can have a pastor pray, we can have an imam pray as well, and we can have a traditional worshiper pray as well. Because in Nigeria, we believe that we are trying to accommodate everybody and be diverse. In terms of, and also for me, I'm a Christian. My family is a Christian, but I have so many friends who, as same thing with Ayuba, they come from a home of their father is a Muslim, their mother is a Christian, and they still coexist peacefully, and they're able to still make considerations and make basically. And then in terms of economy, Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa with a gross domestic product of over 500 billion US dollars. We are a major oil producing company. We have strong sectors in agriculture, telecommunications, and finance. Great.
So, Lani, before I continue, I saw a question in the chat. They
Yeah.
were asking what is the major the first chat was is from Kim D. She says she recognized the symbol of the declared symbol in one of our national team kits. Yeah, every symbol that we put out there does have a meaning. Every symbol. So when you have time, you can just search on, like, they have so much meaning, like it speaks a lot. Sometimes when we are organizing a funeral, the funeral cloth design depends on the symbol. The moment you see the symbol, it tells you that something has happened. And we also another question from Johan. I don't know whether I said your name right. She was asking the major sources of income or industry in Ghana. Now, our major source of income in Ghana is agriculture. We are known for our agriculture. Like, most parts of Ghana are into agriculture, either land or fishing. Like, they love fishing. When you go to the central region, the greater Accra region, some of the western region, they have the sea that they fish. So our major source of income comes from agriculture, and we do have gold that we do export to other parts of the countries or the world. And we are known for having a cocoa. So when you go out to your grocery stores, I don't know in Nova Scotia here, but when you check other parts of Canada or the world, we have Golden Tree cocoa chocolates. Our cocoa tastes really good. So that one too, we are known for it. And we also have crude oils, but we do export the gold, the cocoa, and the oil to get revenue for the country. And our tourism, we are trying to like put in awareness for more people to come. And in 2020, 2019, 2020, before COVID hit, we were trying to launch our tourism center with the year of return. So we organized this big party, or let me say events, during the Christmas to welcome the people in diaspora for the year of return, and it generated a very good income for the country. Thank you, Lani. We can continue.
Thank you. Thank you, Ayuba, for watching the chat. Please, I can't see the chat, so if any questions come up, just let me know.
Okay,
Thank you
I
very
will.
much.
You're
Great.
welcome.
And then for Nigeria, apart from oil, another major export that we've had recently is entertainment. Afrobeats. A lot of people who enjoy music will know that Nigeria is a major contributor to Afrobeats, and we have gained global recognition in terms of our entertainment, our film industry, music industry, um, tourism industry as well. So those are also major growing sectors we have in Nigeria. For example, just last year, over the December period, we had a huge influx of US dollars in terms of tourism in Lagos alone. And this is something that our government is also trying to look at to regulate to help tourists be able to come to Nigeria easier, make it more convenient. So that's something that Nigeria is currently working on to improve on.
And Lani,
Great.
someone was talking about Nollywood. Yeah, we all
Yes.
enjoy Nollywood movies.
Yes, absolutely. Nigeria is really, really big on Nollywood. Apart from Hollywood, Bollywood, I believe Nollywood would be the next one, and we are also doing really good on that front as well. We have a lot of global commercial success in the Nollywood industry. We have so many global actors, and yeah, Nollywood is a really, really big part of Nigeria as well in terms of the culture as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayuba.
You're
Great.
welcome. So the red, yellow, green is the flag of Ghana. The red symbolizes the blood of our forefathers, those who fought for our independence. The yellow signifies the gold in the country, because before Ghana was known to be Ghana, it was called the Gold Coast, because that was where people did find gold. That was where the British, just like Nigerian, we were also colonized by the British. So the Europeans, they came there to trade. and later colonizers. So the yellow is known for our gold, and the green is known for our resources that we have, our agriculture and everything. And as usual, the black star, that is S. We are the star. So when you see even the theme of the Ghana Black Stars, we have the stars and everywhere. So this is what the flag of Ghana says. We already talked about the location of Ghana, and our climate is mostly dry. It's a tropical country, so we have dry season during the winter here and rainy season during the summer.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Ayuba. For Nigeria, there's a lot of similarities. We just have two colors on our flag, white and green. Now, the green represents agriculture because Nigeria is a very, very, very big agricultural economy. We're very big on agriculture. We have a lot of farming in the northern part of Nigeria. We produce a lot of food. And then the white one is for peace, to signify peace and unity amongst Nigerians. Nigerians, we are very, very peaceful people. And as I said earlier, we're located in West Africa, which we've spoken about. And then the climate is just similar to Ayuba's. We're very, very tropical climate with the dry season in winter and the rainy season in summer. Those are the only two seasons or weathers that we have. And that is why another thing is also getting used to the weather over here in Canada. I believe Ayuba can quote me on this, has been not really easy. It hasn't
Yeah.
been really easy.
When we come to the weather, right, I did have issue when I moved to Nova Scotia here, because back in BC, like in Vancouver to be precise, they have a really good weather, Lani. Like when you are there, you feel like you are in Africa. It's not
Mm.
extremely hot. Yeah. Like they have sunny days. It hardly snows there. It rains a lot there. Just like you're living back home. But I came to Nova Scotia and oh my goodness, I was depressed. Like I am depressed. I'll not lie to you, because it was a very significant change for me.
Yes, it's definitely a change that requires some adjusting. And since I adjusted to it, I'm able to, as long as I dress warm, I'm able to be able to survive and go outside, and enjoy the weather here in Nova Scotia. Fantastic, great. So fun activities and favorite spots in Ghana. Yuba?
Yeah. So Lani, can you point to the where there are boats everywhere? So I did tell you that Ghanaians are known for the agriculture and they do not joke with fishing. When you go to the capital town of Ghana, that's the Greater Accra, they fish. Like, so they have this delicacy which you will see kinky. They fish. They are known for that. Most of the children in the western region and the central region to at first they didn't like going to school. They prefer fishing than going to school. So it's also a fun place to be, because you get to see them catch very big different kinds of fishes and everything, and they fry some, they grill some for everything. The next one is the mosque. It's one of the biggest mosques in Ghana. It is also located in the Greater Accra region. It was built by the Turkish government. And Lani, the next one is a beach resort. It is located in Ada. Ada is between Eastern region and Volta region. That place, they do have nice resorts. If you want to visit Ghana, you can visit there. We have so many resorts around the country. We have most in the Ada area, that is the eastern going to the Volta region. We have wonderful ones in the Volta region. We have a lot in the central region, and we have others too in the western region. It's a very nice places to go, and their prices or their rates are very good, because you can get a night room there for less than 50 Canadian dollars, and you get to enjoy nature. And the next slide is that is the life of Ghana. In the greater Accra region, Accra, they never sleep. They are always partying, they are always clubbing, they are always doing like a whole lot of stuff. It's so good when you're in Greater Accra, because you don't sleep, you get to have the most fun. And I have a picture of a marketplace in Ghana. This is what we call marketplace, because apart from the grocery stores that we see some here, we have like maybe a very big community where you practically get everything that you want to buy. Everything from groceries, from cars, from phones, everything. So this is one of the pictures of Ghana, like a market in Ghana. This one is located in Ashanti region, Kumasi. It's called the Kejetia Market. Learning the next slide.
Yes, just before you proceed, I just wanted to point out that, as I said earlier, we have a lot of similarities. And from the nightlife here, this is very similar to what it is in Nigeria as well. There's something for everyone. If you enjoy landscape, if you enjoy architecture, if you enjoy a nightlife, if you enjoy food, if you enjoy films, we have everything in Nigeria. For example, we're very similar to Accra, Ghana in terms of nightlife. That would be Lagos. That's the nightlife hub of Nigeria. And the markets that we also see here, it's also very similar to what we have in Nigeria. We have grocery stores as well, but we have a lot of markets because Nigeria, Ghana, Africa, we're really, really strong on community. So we always have open markets where people can come, interact. You can have the same person who sells you your livestock for like the next 5, 10 years. And then, your parents will use that person and you use that same person. And it just keeps on going because we are always very, very big on community. Great. Ayuba.
Yeah, so someone is at the back. Maybe they are sorry, I'm sorry. Maybe they are fixing the something. So the first picture that you see is called the Larabanga Mosque. History has it that this mosque was not built, it just emerged there. So the period is called Larabanga Mosque and it's located in the northern side of Ghana. No one built the mosque. They woke up one day and the mosque was there. If you want, I will just put the name of the mosque there, and people, you can read more about that later. And also the next one is the picture of our first Ghanaian president, Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. He led us to get an independence. He's a very intelligent man. And if you have time, you can read about him and you will know his vision for not only Ghana, but also from Africa. This man had a plan to unite Africa the way we have United States of America. He wanted to have United States of Africa. And unfortunately, he died before he was able to get that vision out. And the next slide is Woolly Waterfalls. It's located in the Volta region. I love this waterfall. Anyone who has been there goes back over and over again. It's a beautiful waterfall in Ghana. Like Ghanaians have so many waterfalls. And the next one, we have the Canopy Walk, which is located in the central region. Most of our slave activity did take place in the central, western, greater Accra region. So this canopy was built by the British. And the next one is the Elmina Castle. They have a dungeon. When you go there and you want to learn about the history when it comes to colonialism, you go there. There are tourist guide there. They take you around how the slaves were captured, sold, how they stayed there for a ship to come there to transport them to either Europe or the United States or wherever they are sending them. So they have a dungeon. I couldn't get a picture of the dungeon where the slaves were kept before they ship outside anywhere they are going. Yeah, so these places hold a significant history. Anyone who comes to Ghana goes there because Ghana is not limited to Accra alone, though it is the capital city. But when you want to learn about the history of Ghana, you go to the western region, you go to the central region, and you also go to the northern region. You learn more about it from there. Thank you.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And Ayuba, I have a quick question because when I was
Sure.
really young, I've been to Ghana, and this canopy walk reminds me of the Kakum National Park. Is that where it is?
Yeah, that is it. That's the Kakum National Park. It's in the central region.
Yes, yes.
So
It's
the
I some.
central region and the western region, yeah, they are closer to each other and they have
Mm-hmm,
almost similar language and they have
mm,
almost similar places. So
mm,
you be the central region, you go to the western region because that is where the British settled most. So most of the things
Okay.
that they built there is still reserved there. The schools,
Okay.
the hospitals, yeah, is still there. So the Kakum, the canopy is called the Kakum. It's located at the Kakum Park. It's a very
Yeah.
nice national park. Yeah, that's where the canopy is. And
That's
they
really
have
nice.
one in Accra. They have one canopy walk too in Accra. It's located in
Mm-hmm.
Legon. Yeah, it's also a very small one. If you can't go to the central region, you can go to the one in the local. We call that the Legon Gardens. It's also a
Okay.
garden with a canopy. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you for that. Because I remember I've been to the Kakuma and I've also been to the Elmina Castle as well, where while I was pretty
Yeah.
young. So I definitely recommend, in terms of anybody who likes landscape, nature, I definitely recommend the Kakum National Park. And for learning about Ghana's history, I recommend the Elmina Castle. Definitely. Thank you for that, Ayuba.
You're
And then
welcome.
we have fun activities and favorite spots for Nigeria. So here you can see Nigeria is such a beautiful country. We have such wonderful landscape. I'm going to start with the one on the left. So this Farin Wuwa Waterfalls is in Nasarawa. That's in the northern part of Nigeria. As you can see, we have such a beautiful waterfall. You can go there if you enjoy scenery, if you enjoy, nature, you can definitely go there. We have the Gurara waterfalls in Niger as well. Same thing, very, very similar. We have the Idonre Hills in Ondo State. From this picture, you can see the beautiful hills in the distance, and you can see all the houses and the buildings down in the valley. This is exactly how, if you go here, it's a popular tourist destination. You can get a tour guide, or, you can learn about the history of the community that lives here. There's also a lot of mythology that goes into it as well. The Lagos beach, which is somewhere I've been to personally, it's really, really interesting. In Nigeria, there's this common lingo that we have. We don't just call a beach, we call it a bar beach. If you go to Nigeria, you say you want to go to the beach, they'll say, "Do you want to go to the bar beach?" And basically, it's just to say it's a bar and a beach, and it's really, really fun. You can go there as well. We have nice palm trees, nice water. The Obudu Mountains in Calabar. I personally haven't been here yet, but this is also a very wonderful place. If you like mountains, there's also a resort that you can stay at, that you can go on the mountains, you can explore. Now, if you recall earlier, I mentioned about the Makoko fishing village in the Two Truths and a Lie. This is what it looks like. You can see the houses built on stilts on the water. You can see a lot of boats, a lot of canoes. So it's a very, very popular fishing village. And it's almost smack dab in the middle of Lagos State. So when you're crossing from the mainland to the island, you will pass through the Makoko fishing village when you're going on the third mainland bridge. We have the Zuma Rock is in the Niger State. Niger State is also in the northern part of Nigeria. We have a lot of rocks, a lot of mountains. We have the Wiki Warm Spring in Bauchi. That's in the northern part as well. Great. Now we have festivals of Ghana.
Yeah. So we do celebrate festivals. And the first one you see is a Damba festival. And this festival, Lani, if you are there, you don't have the hats, you will run away. It is celebrated by the Gomba people. It's celebrated at the northern side of Ghana. That is the northern, the savannah, the northeast, the upper east, upper west regions. They celebrate this Damba festival. So this is what they do. This festival came. They have their own calendar. Sorry, there's this renovation going on in our house, so there is the noise. They have their own lunar calendar. It's a 13-month calendar. So they celebrate it on the third month of their calendar, not the Georgian calendar. And it's a week-long celebration. People come all over the world, Ghana, to come celebrate with them. When they are celebrating, and it came as a result of malams. When I say malams, as people who think they are spiritually fortified. Yes, so they all come together. exhibit their talent. You see people passing in fire, yeah, to show that yes, the fire is not going to burn me. Some people get shot at without dying. Please don't try that at home, but that's what they do at the festival. And the next one is the Akweside. Akweside Keste is Akweside Festival. We have the smaller one, like before they celebrate the Akweside, the bigger one there, they do the smaller one. So we call this one Ade Kese. And the king in the Ashanti region, we have so many chiefs in kings in Ghana, but the one who is known internationally is Otunfo Osei Tutu. He is sitting in the palanquin. So this is celebrated to mourn the royals who have died and gone, who fought for our independence or during the colonial era. It is mostly celebrated. It's a 6-week long festival because they have the smaller ones before they do the bigger one. And they go to the Menchia Palace, which is a very nice place to visit if you want to see a real life palace. You go to the Menchia Palace, you see the king and everything. So they celebrate this festival. Before that, so they wear black cloth to mourn before they celebrate the festival. And it's a very nice festival. I've witnessed that before because it was in Ashanti region and I grew up in Ashanti region. So I have seen how it is celebrated. Many people in the diaspora come there and it's a very nice festival. And the next one is the Gam people, the people of the Greater Accra. Their festival is called the Homoho Festival. They celebrate this festival to Hana famine when they were like when there was a very huge famine that people didn't even get food to eat. So during the pre-colonial era. So since then they started to celebrate this festival to mark the beginning of plantation. So they start this festival at the end of April and continue in May.
All right.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. And our
What's
last
going on?
festival, yeah, the last festival is Obechocho. Obechocho is celebrated by the people of Alon, which are closer to the Benin State or the Togo. It is also celebrated to welcome the new land and the new yam, and also to celebrate the people in the community, the chiefs. And during this festival too, during those days when they introduced this festival, the Obechocho, mostly um female virgins were out there looking for suitors. So yeah,
Mm,
so you see the virgins all dressed up looking for husbands to marry. Yeah.
mm. Yes. And just before you go to the next slide, I just wanted to point out some similarities again between our countries. If you look at the festival here, well, what did you call this festival on the left? The one under this one.
Damba Festival.
The Damba Festival is very similar to the Shango Festival for Nigeria. And that is where
Okay.
Nigerians from the western part of Nigeria, we celebrate the god of thunder, the deity of thunder. You know, and as you said, when you mentioned fire breathing and all of that, that is just similar to how that is being celebrated. And then on the bottom right here, the New Yam Festival, we also have that in
Yeah.
Nigeria as well. We have,
Wow.
celebrating. I will talk about that in my slide as well, but I just wanted to point out that similarity as well. You know. All right, great. Next slide.
So the next slide is not a festival, but I want people to have a sneak peek of Ghana, away from the lights, away from the nightlife. So these are some pictures of Ghana. This is also part of Ghana. Apart from the glamorous places, we have places like this in Ghana. You see on the second picture, people are wearing a traditional cloth called the kente. Yeah. And it has some of the symbols that I talked about, the Dikra symbols. And this is how most of the kings in the country are dressed. And the last picture, the fourth picture, you see, same as the way Nigerians have a community on water. This is ours. It is located in the western region. It is called the Nzulezo. It's a very beautiful island and people can visit there.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Ayuba.
You're welcome.
I hope you're monitoring the chat, so in case we have any questions.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, for Nigeria, we have multiple festivals, but I had to pick a few that could really, really showcase who we are as Nigerians and showcase diversity. So I will start with the left, Celebration. Now, how many people here might have heard of Fela Kuti? Fela Anikulapo Kuti. He is the one of the biggest pioneers of music from Nigeria, the Afro beats. A lot of people look at him as the father of Afrobeat, actually. So he's really, 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 really key and significant to the cultural landscape for Nigeria. And we have a festival where we celebrate him almost every year in Lagos. On the right here, we have the New Yam Festival, Ijeshu, and this is celebrated by two tribes. It's celebrated by the Yoruba people as well as the Igbo people. I will show you how the Igbo people celebrate it in a second, but as you can see, it just shows a bountiful harvest and it shows prosperity because Nigeria is really, really key on agriculture. At the bottom here, we have the Carnival, and last I checked, I saw that this is the biggest carnival we have in Africa. So the Calabar Carnival, people dress up culturally, come out as a parade. It goes on for multiple days at a time. We have floats, we have multiple people look beautiful, dancing, music, food. It's a really wonderful carnival. If you ever plan to go to Nigeria and try and look at if you can attend the Calabar Carnival, depending on your schedule or how long you're going to be in Nigeria, or even one of these festivals. Try and plan your trip to be able to attend one of these festivals, as well as for the Ghanaian festivals. Then we have the Durbar Festival. This has to do with a lot of royalty. We have a lot of horsemen, horses, and it's a popular festival celebrated in the northern part of Nigeria. Northern part of Nigeria, we have a lot because they have a long history of strong warriors from the northern part of Nigeria. So that's why it's a big part that celebrates a lot about horses, a lot about horsemen, different fighting instruments and things like that. It's also a wonderful display of various skills. Here,
Lana,
this is
before you move to the next slide, yeah, can you
yeah,
go back and let me say something about Fela? So
yes.
I've heard of him, yeah, but I didn't even know you guys have a festival for him because
Oh
we
yeah.
also have some of the legends that held Ghana music. We call them the Osibisa.
Okay.
They were a band. They were a wonderful band. They even performed at in Great Britain. They performed for the Queen. So
Yeah.
I know the people of Britain know about like Osibisa. They have wonderful
Yeah.
songs. And
Yeah.
also your carnival, we also have similar thing in Ghana. But that place they don't dress like the traditional attire. They wear this, oh, I forgot, this attire where they have masquerade. Yeah, that's what they wear to
Oh
celebrate
yes.
that. Yeah, that is
Yes.
what they wear to celebrate that festival. And in the comments section, Katie said Femi Kuti, that is Fele's son, is performing in Halifax in July.
That
Yeah,
is wonderful. That is wonderful. Because
yeah,
yes, Femi Kuti is Fela's son, and he's also
yeah,
a really, really big pioneer of music. He's one of the most respected people we have in the industry right now. And due to time, I'm just gonna go on to the next slide
yeah.
so I don't
Okay,
take too
yeah.
much time. We have the New Yam Festival that is being celebrated by the Igbo tradition. It's just similar to the Yoruba version, and it's the same thing, represents a bountiful harvest. And on that day, people only eat yam, all different types of yam delicacies. With yam, you can make pounded yam, you can make yam and egg, you can make amala, different things. For the one on the right, we have the Agugu Fishing Festival. This is being done in Kebbi, and It is a festival, a 1 week festival where people fish, and you're only allowed to use traditional tools, no modern tools, only your hands or traditional fishing nets or spears. And these fishes are really, really big and massive fishes. So it is no simple feat. It is a really wonderful festival. I personally haven't attended it. I hope to attend it very soon. At the bottom here, we have the Oshun Festival. It's a festival used to celebrate Oshun, and that is the god, the goddess of fertility. She's a deity in around with the Oshun people. It's celebrated in Oshun Oshogbo. A lot of the women wear white, and then they go to the rivers to bathe. It shows them that it's a sign of good luck. And the right, we have the Eyo Festival. That is being celebrated in Lagos, Nigeria, and that is in the western part. This is similar to what you were saying, Ayuba, where people dress up like masquerades, and it's used to celebrate. Yeah, it's used to celebrate the coming of a new king, because Nigeria, we don't just only have a presidential system, we also have monarchies for each community and each tribes. So this is used to celebrate the death of an old king and the coming of a new king. Great. Cultural attires in Ghana. Ayuba?
Yeah, so we have the first picture is a kente cloth. It is made in Bungre, a place in the Ashanti region. So that's the first picture. So it's just like they add the symbols and the craft symbols, as I always tell you, similar to the second picture. You see, and no, the second one down, yeah, it's also a kente
Okay.
cloth, and you can see the Jinyami symbol in, and they have different the craft symbols. So we use them to design our attire. And the third one is the smoke. It is
Yes.
known to be worn, yeah, by the people of the northern region in Ghana. That is where they wear it. And the fourth one is also the smoke. It's showing you how different ways you can wear them, sew them for your wedding, your like every occasion you can go with them.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that, Ayuba. We have some similarities with Nigeria. Now, the first one on the left, we have the Hausa cultural attire. Here, you can see the man with his traditional hat. You can see him with something they call a babariga. It's almost like a long gown. In the Yoruba tradition, we have something very similar. A lot of people who saw me this week on Tuesday must have seen me wearing a traditional attire, and we'll get to that in a second. But this is what it is. And they wear a trouser, a free flowing trouser, and some shoes like this. And then the lady dresses like this. The Hausa people are predominantly Muslims. So they also have a lot of their attires to take inspiration from the Muslim tradition. For example, the lady covering her hair and all of that. And then in the middle, we have the Edo attire. The Edo culture is a really popular tribe in Nigeria. You can see the man, he's dressed up with his shirt, and then he has this wrapper that he ties down, a traditional wrapper. The lady is also dressed up traditionally. She has a lot of beads to signify wealth, and she has a lot of jewelry and accessories in her hair as well to signify a crown. That is really, really important with the Edo tradition. We have the Ijaw tribe as well. Very similar if you look at it between the Ijaw and the Edo. You see that the man also has a shirt on, and then he has a wrapper. And the lady, she has a dress, and then she has a lot of adornments in her hair to signify wealth as well. Now, the Yoruba attire, this I am very familiar with because I am a Yoruba man. Uh, as you can see, the man has a cap on, it's called a fila, and he has on an agbada and buba and shokoto. His agbada, you can see, is folded and all of that. He also has a walking stick on. It just signifies it's being worn on special occasions. And the lady as well, she's dressed up in a blouse and a gele, a head tie. That's what this is called, and a wrapper as well. The Igbo male attire, we have a shirt called an isiagu and a trouser as well with this. This is very important to signify like chieftaincy, and the hat as well is also very, very important. For the lady, she's also dressed in a cultural attire with a blouse and a wrapper and a head tie. We have a lot of similarities between all of our cultures, as you can see with the ladies, female and the male on different uh, cultures. We have something common. We have head ties, we have a wrapper, we have, like an agbada, something of that sort. So you can still see unity between all our different cultural attires, even with diversity. Great. And to the favorite part of, the seminar for everybody, favorite foods in Ghana, finally. So, Ayuba?
So the first one, we call it tuozafi. It's spelled as Tuozaafi. So it's tuo, but we enjoyed it when it's hot. So we call it CZ for short. It is made up from cornmeal. It's like practically cornmeal. If you know something about Ghanaians, we love corn too. We use corn for almost everything. And we have the ayoyo, which the Nigerians call, is it iwedu or so?
Oh,
Correct
yeah,
me if I'm wrong. Yes,
Ewedu, yes,
yeah.
yes, Ewedu, yes.
We call it
Yes.
ayoyo, and
I
we
see.
have our tomato sauce with our meat. And the next one is we call it oblayo. It's made out of corn in a porridge or pudding form. And the next one is millet porridge. It's made out of fermented millet powder. And the next one, we have anwamo. Is rice made with oil, like you fry it in oil, you fry your egg. As usual, we love our egg. We eat it with raw pepper, onion, grinded together. And the last food I have here is eto. It's made up from ripe plantain, which looks like banana. We have our avocados and eggs. This food here, it has so many significance. When you are celebrating your birthday in the olden days, when they give birth to you, on your birthday, this is the food that they prepare. So most people still keep the tradition. On their birthday, they still eat this food at all, and you swallow a whole egg. And some people, most women during the olden days, when they are getting married, they give them this egg, or when they enter their puberty, they eat this food and swallow the egg. You don't have to use your teeth to bite the egg. If you use your teeth to bite the egg, it's significant you are eating your children. So you use your tongue to mash it and swallow it. But trust me, Lani, this food is so good and it's very economical to make. When you eat this food, you are going to drink water for the whole day. You will drink water for the whole day. Yeah. So it's a very nice food. Yeah. And the next.
One second before you proceed, I just wanted to say some similarities. Again, another set of similarities between Ghana and Nigeria again. And even I didn't know all the similarities existed. I knew we had some, but I didn't know it was this much. For example, the food right here, as you said, for Nigeria, it's called ewedu. And the tomatoes soup, we call it stew, fried tomato.
Yeah, we call it also stew, yeah.
Yes. And then the assorted meats as well. We have that as well. This is like a normal cultural delicacy with the Yoruba people. The only difference is that would either put amala, which is made from yam flour, and then that's what we'd eat this with. And you mentioned tuwo. We have that in the northern part as well. It's called tuwo shinkafa. They eat that in the northern parts as well as Nigeria.
We also have that tuwo shinkafa means it's a rice ball, It's a rice that they've added corn meal to it, or corn flour to get the ball form. We also eat that one. Also, we also call it tuwo shinkafa. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. And then here as well, I can see this. You said it's from corn. Could it also be called tapioca? Because it looks like tapioca.
We have tapioca and we have oblayo.
I see. I see. But there
Yes,
are similarities between them.
oblayo, yeah, oblayo, yeah, you get the corn, like you see the corn very big,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it takes a while to cook compared to the
Yes.
tapioca.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right. All right. All right. All
And
right.
there is
Thank you.
akara at the back of the millet porridge.
Oh,
We call it kose. It's made out
yes,
of
Akara.
beans. Yeah, we call it kose in Ghana.
That is really interesting. I think the reason why we have a lot of these similarities is because we we are from like the same part of Africa, and our climate, the soil that we
Yes.
have a lot of similar foodstuffs that we produce from our different countries. I think that is why.
Yeah, so the next slide we have wache. Other people call it, especially we the Hausa, we call it wake. We know we do argue about jollof and everything, but wache is the goat. It is
Yeah.
the greatest of all time. If you taste a true wache, you forget about jollof. It's made out of black eye beans, yeah, black eye beans and rice, and it's
Yeah.
served in with lettuce, avocado, spag, egg, meat, anything that you can add to it. And
Yes.
we have this shito, is a black pepper sauce, and this
Yes.
food is best enjoyed in a leaf. If you
I
buy
see.
water and they put it in a leaf, this leaf gives it a different aroma. So it is
Mm.
best enjoyed in the green leaf. No
Okay.
doubt about that, yeah. And the next one is the almighty jollof rice, the king of kings. The food that was jollof rice did not come for Ghanaians and Nigerians alone. It was
Yes.
rather from Senegalese.
Yes.
The Senegalese
That's true.
brought jollof rice. But everyone will agree with me that Ghanaians do it best. That one, there is no argument, though Nigerians want to, but
I
we
absolutely
and
absolutely
then
agree. Yes.
the next food is banku. Banku is made out of corn, fermented corn dough and cassava dough mixed together in a ball form. You can enjoy it with okra, soup, or stew, either watery or in a still form, and you
Hmm.
is best enjoyed with mackerel, wole. We call it wole, but Nigerian you call it pomo. Yeah,
Pomo. Yeah.
yeah,
Pomo.
yeah.
Yes.
We call it wole,
Cowtail.
and yeah, cow tip, yeah, and all the things. And the next picture is also a picture of banku served with tilapia. So
Yes.
banku is a meal. Apart from Gary, if you want to survive in this world, I beg get banku, because you can prepare it like in a larger quantity, because it has a longer shelf life, especially if you put it in the fridge. You can enjoy it with absolutely everything.
Yes.
And this banku is known by the people in the Greater Accra and some of the Ashanti region people to eat. The next meal is fufu. Fufu is made out from cassava and plantain, cooked and pounded together. And we have the soup to be light soup. Light soup is made out from tomatoes, onion, pepper with your protein. But fufu is known as a delicacy for the people in Ashanti region. Any Ashanti, they can even have this meal as their breakfast. They love their fufu. Ashantis don't play with their fufu. A typical Ashanti cannot go a week without eating fufu. Something will happen to the person. That's how much they love their fufu. Yes, I don't like it because it takes a whole lot of work to prepare it, and I'm
Yeah.
lazy. So yeah, but now they have the powder, which is easy for them to prepare with. And the next food is gobe. The people of the Volta region, that is their delicacy. They prepare it best. It's gobe. It's made up from beans and gari mixed
Mm.
together with your fried plantain there. all this food, anyone can prepare it, but if you want to enjoy a good waakye, find a Northerner to prepare that waakye for you. You will enjoy it. If you want to eat a good fufu, find an Ashanti because that is their delicacy. If you want to eat good gobe or gari and beans, find a Volta region person to prepare it for you. They know, yes, the tricks to it.
Yeah.
And our next food, like we are going to the next slide.
Oh, 1 second. Just before we go to the next slide, I just wanted to point out that we also have some similarities with the food you have, the waakye,
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
The waakye rice is very similar to our ofada rice.
Do you want to enter to the door? You guys were here.
We,
You guys
we also have,
names.
sorry, thank you. We also have the jollof rice, which we have in Nigeria as well, very similar. And then the beans mixed with gari and plantain. In Nigeria, we usually typically mix the beans with either gari or we have it with plantain. So that's another similarity that we have as Nigerians and Ghanaians as well. And Ayuba,
this
are you
meal is called, yeah, I'm here. This meal is called wasa wasa. It's funny, it's not even a meal because no matter the quantity you take, you don't get full.
Yeah.
It's just a snack before meal, but it's nice. It's made up from yam flour, yam powder. That is what they used to make the wasa wasa. And there is this thing with wasa wasa that they said, I don't know whether it's true. When you are preparing wasa wasa, no one has to fart in the house. Because if you fart, the food is not going to be ready. It is going to take longer than usual. So that is the myth about wasa wasa. But it's a yam flour and they steam it. Like I don't know, Lana, do you people have acheke?
I maybe, well, I don't know. I think maybe it has a different name.
Yeah, it's made up from cassava, like cassava in a gari form, but it's more compressed. It's known with the people
Eba?
of Cote d'Ivoire.
Is it Eba?
No, not Eba. No, not Eba. It's acheke. It's for the people of Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, it's prepared a similar process as the wasa wasa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is wasa wasa. It's just yam flour with pepper and your lettuce and any other protein. And the people of the northern region do prepare it well.
Yes. And just before we proceed to my slide, do you know any Ghanaian restaurants here in Nova Scotia that you can recommend to, the people who are listening to the Culture Coach today?
Unfortunately, I know none, but someone did tell me there is this restaurant in Halifax, which
Mary's?
I don't know. Yeah, he said there is one restaurant in Halifax we sell Ghanaian dishes, but I would have to check and get back to you on that because
yes,
I don't know.
Because
Yeah.
I know Mary's African cuisine and it's really nice. And I before I recommended it, I wanted to know if you had any suggestions. But since you don't, Mary's African cuisine is a really nice place where you can actually get authentic Ghanaian meals. She is a Ghanaian as well. So now, favorite food from Nigeria, we have egusi and pounded yam. This is very common with the Western people of Nigeria. It's a staple dish. It is very, very delicious and sumptuous. We have assorted meat in it. We have chicken. We have cow tail, as you can see. Sometimes there's goat meat in it. It depends on who is preparing it for you and what they like, what their personal preference is. And as I said, we have pounded yam here, which is also a staple in Nigerian food as well. On the right top here, we have starch and banga soup. And this is a staple amongst the eastern people of Nigeria. It's also a very, very delicious delicacy. I've tried it a couple of times in my life, and I can tell you it is really, really, really good. Then we have rice and stew, which is also a staple, rice, stew, and plantains. That is a staple in the western part and like the whole of Nigeria as well. We have
so Lane, before you move on, we also eat agushi.
Okay.
We also have that egusi. we call it agushi because it's Hausa theme. So we call it
Okay.
agushi. Yes, we also have that. And we also eat pounded yam too.
Yes.
It's known for the people in the northern region. Yeah.
Yes. That is so nice. So many similarities. And then we have eforiro. Eforiro is the Yoruba term, but the English is vegetable soup. And just as the name implies, it's made up of vegetables and you have assorted meat in it, you have different spices in it. It is really nice. I recommend if you want to try any of these foods, FT's Dishes is a popular restaurant here in Halifax. They have a branch in Dartmouth as well. They make very good egusi, very good eforiro, very good rice and stew, very good jollof rice. You can patronize them if you like to try out these Nigerian meals. Then on the top right, this is a Nigerian staple street snack. It's called suya, and it is dried beef, I believe, but it is a traditional staple snack that is being made by people that are being called from the northern region of Nigeria. They're typically called malams, and they make this by the roadside. And it's if you want to have authentic suya, you have to try it from Nigeria. That is what I'm going to say about that. And
We
then we have
also have, sorry, we also have it. We call it we call it chinchinga for the
okay.
other places, and the Hausa people we call it balongo.
Hmm.
We also call it balongo from the Hausa people. That's what we call it,
Yes.
balongo, and
Yes.
it's nice. I love the sauce, the pepper powder that comes with it. It burns and it makes it so nice.
Yes.
Especially if
Absolutely.
someone buys it and you are taking from that person, it tastes really good.
It's a food that promotes sharing, basically. So,
Yeah.
and then we have the bole and fish at the bottom. It is a staple dish in Port Harcourt. That is the south part of Nigeria. It is either fried yam or roasted yam or roasted plantains and grilled fish. It is very, very nice. It is a wonderful delicacy. Anybody who goes to Nigeria, you should try this. And then we come to music and dance for Ghana. Ayuba.
Yeah. Ghana music and dance, I decided to go to with the traditional ones. We have this dance that Azonto. Azonto was from Ghana. It was something that it has hit all over the world, and it's good. It's a nice dance, but when we look at the first slide here in Ghana, whenever there is an occasion, either funeral, festival, anything, drumming and dancing is a communicating tool. Naming ceremony, anything. You can be with your rival at the same event, yeah, and you let them, you can dance, and the rival will know you are insulting her with your dance. That is how far they are able to communicate without words. So the first picture, as usual, people are drumming. And the second picture, the two ladies, they are dancing Adwa. Adwa is known among the people of the Ashanti region. This dance has so many, like it's a whole lot of communication when you are just doing this dance. It takes so much effort. This dance, if you are the type who do watch videos, you know that most dignitaries, when they are coming in Ghana, people do meet them at the airports with this dance, and it's a wonderful cultural dance. And the last picture is someone who was performing in a theater in the United States of America. And this dance is known among the people of the northern region. They have strength. As Lana said, the northern people in Nigeria are significantly strong. Same applies to the people in Ghana. The northern region are people are very strong. So everything that they do, they put in so much effort and strength, and that makes it beautiful. And I think the reason why they are very strong is because they eat healthy. They plant what they eat, and it's free from all those chemicals and things.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Yuba. For Nigeria too, we have yet again so many similarities with this. We have traditional dances where, as Ayuba said, in terms of celebration or welcoming dignitaries, those are special Nigerian dances. For example, Bata is a special Nigerian dance from the western part of Nigeria, used to welcome dignitaries and in times of celebration. And same thing, Nigerians were very expressive people. We can, from the music or from how someone would dance, you would understand what the person is trying to portray, as long as you are in that culture. We don't need to talk a lot of times, even from our facial expressions, it's really obvious. And then for Nigeria, what I did here is I put a picture of our pioneer of Afrobeats behind. That is Fela Anikulapo Kuti again. And basically, Nigeria is the birthplace and driving force of Afrobeats, a globally influential music genre, blending traditional African rhythms with hip hop, dancehall, and high life. Traditionally, Nigerian music was used for functional reasons, with genres like jazz, high life, juju, which is originates from, it's actually spread across Nigeria. We have it in the western part and the southern part and the eastern part, but just different versions of it. We have Afrobeat and reggae shaping the country's musical identity. Fela Kuti was instrumental in the adoption of jazz and Afrobeats, laying the foundation for modern Nigerian music. Today's mainstream sound, known as Afrobeat or Afropop, takes cue from past styles while incorporating contemporary influences. So we have global stars like Burna Boy, Whiskey, Davido, so many other people, basically. And we have top producers from Nigeria as well. As I said, we're very big on entertainment in Nigeria, and it is growing to become one of our major exports and one of our major grounds for tourism as well.
Oh,
And
Lani, the fact that I didn't talk about any Ghanaian musician doesn't mean we don't have Ghanaian
no, I know that,
musicians.
absolutely.
No. Like we do have Ghanaian musicians, right? But sometimes I feel like when we are going to talk about culture, people should know the traditional aspect. But I
Yes,
will also
yes.
want to talk about some of the musicians in Ghana. We have my all-time favorite. I love him so much because I love his personality. His name is Shatawale. He's a
Yeah.
dancehall artist, and we have Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy has some features with Davido. They did
Absolutely.
music
Yes.
together, and Burna Boy did have a feature with Shatawale, and
Yes.
we have Sa Kodie. He had a
Yes.
feature with other people, and yeah, if you want to know Shatawale, you can also check if you love Beyonce music. She before her album that she did, that she featured Wizkid for Brown Skin Girls. She
Yes.
also featured Shatawale in King Already. So yeah, we
Yes.
also have great arts out there, but I decided to do the traditional one.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. As I said, we have a lot of similarities. All right. So great. That is the end of our culture coach. Do we have any questions? Anything at all? I can't see the chat, right? Let me just stop sharing my screen so I can see the chat. Are there any questions in the chat?
No, I've answered almost the
Oh,
one.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the restaurants that I said that are here in Halifax, Mary's African Cuisine for Ghana, and FTs for Nigeria. You can go to those restaurants and you can try them out. They are really wonderful restaurants. Thank you so much to everyone who attended our culture coach. I know it was a lot. It was longer than expected, but we just had so much information that we wanted to compress and give
Yeah.
everybody at least a feel of both countries. So thank you so much for staying till this long, and hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for being a co-host, Ayuba. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye.